What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Easy Money 4K coming to you live with another video. And today Microsoft has officially released the specs of the Xbox Series X. Previously under the codename Project Scarlet, it will be arriving late 2020. I pulled the following from an article by Eurogamer. Links to the article and Digital Foundry's review will be down in the video description below. As for the CPU and the GPU, the Xbox Series X will have a customized AMD Zen 2 CPU, which will contain 8 CPU cores and 16 threads, while the GPU will offer 12.55 teraflops. At its peak, the CPU will be able to run at 3.8 GHz. This next-gen console is going to be ray tracing capable, and it's going to have ray tracing support that's real-time and hardware accelerated for the first time ever, according to Microsoft in brief. The hardware acceleration means the Series X can effectively tap the equivalent of well over 25 teraflops of performance while ray tracing. Now, there is some context to be considered with that statement, but in Rich's words, the Xbox Series X is capable of delivering the most ambitious, most striking implementation of ray tracing, and it does so in real time. As for the memory, it will have 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 with 10 gigabytes of that at 560 gigabytes per second and 6 gigabytes at 336 gigabytes per second. Apparently this was done to squeeze out every bit of performance they could within the limitations they were facing. Internal storage will be a 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD. The Xbox Series X will also support external storage via a USB 3.2 external HDD support. This will allow for ultra fast loading times. The disk drive will definitely support 4K Blu-ray playback, much like the Xbox One S and One X before it. 8K resolution support is present, but the target for Series X games will be at 4K 60 FPS up to 120 FPS. Variable refresh rate support will also be available for compatible displays. Other technologies include variable rate shading, which Microsoft describes as rather than spending GPU cycles uniformly to every single pixel on the screen, they can prioritize individual effects on specific game characters or important environmental objects. These techniques result in a more stable frame rate and higher resolution with no impact on the final image quality. According to Digital Foundry, who had the hands-on time to conduct extensive testing, they received a Gears 5 port, which at the time was unoptimized for the Xbox Series X. A port that was only 2 weeks old, I might add, and it was getting very consistent results comparable to a PC with a 3rd gen Ryzen 3700X and an RTX 2080 GPU on ultra settings running at a fixed 60 frames per second, which blows my mind. Just the price of those two components alone is about $1,000 before tax and not including everything else you would need to build a complete PC. That is amazing. The next generation is coming sooner than you know it, and I still cannot wait to get my hands on the Xbox Series X and jump into some of my favorite franchises. Let me know down in the comment section if you're thinking of picking one up day one, waiting for a sale, or skipping it altogether. I put these videos out to spread awareness and to hopefully provide you with informative content. If you want to support me and this channel, all it takes is hitting the like button, subscribe, and hitting the bell notification so you can stay up to date with the latest gaming news. Until next time, this is your boy Easy Money 4K, and I'm out.